The use of immersive technologies in teaching mathematics to vocational students. Kryvyi State Pedagogical University Abstract. This study examines the use of immersive technologies in teaching mathematics to vocational students. The purpose of the research is to develop theoretical foundations and practical applications for the use of immersive technologies in mathematics education, and to measure the impact of these technologies on student motivation and learning outcomes. The study considers the scientific and theoretical underpinnings of immersive technologies in mathematics teaching, as well as methods for using the AR book application. A theoretical model, criteria, and methodological support for evaluating the use of immersive technologies are developed. A pedagogical experiment is conducted to evaluate the impact of these technologies on vocational students. Based on the results of the experiment and training materials, the study presents generalizations on the use of immersive technologies in mathematics education. 1. Introduction. Virtual reality technologies refer to immersive learning that creates the effect of presence using technical devices of virtual and augmented reality. The range of application of virtual reality technologies is very wide. Technology can be used to teach students in both elementary and high school. The importance of using immersive technologies has increased during the period of introduction of distance learning in schools. Due to the spread of the COVID-19 pandemic and the introduction of martial law in Ukraine, a significant number of educational institutions have switched to distance learning for an indefinite period. These circumstances had a negative impact on the level of knowledge of students due to the difficulty of explaining topics in the conditions of distance learning. Since mathematics is often a difficult discipline for students to master, the use of immersive technologies will help to increase the effectiveness of mathematics teaching. Two. Literature review. Today, various concepts of immersive technologies are known. The most cited set of technologies is VR, virtual reality, fully simulated reality. In the latest developments, VR can include visualization in three-dimensional space, a 360-degree view. AR, augmented reality, is complemented by virtual elements that are modeled. It is a visual combination of initially independent environments, real and virtual, superimposition of programmed interactive virtual objects on a real image. Immersive technologies is a collective name for all technologies that include user interaction with space, information, content. They blur the lines between real and fictional worlds, allow you to interact and immerse yourself in information and product. Augmented reality is an interactive technology that allows you to overlay digital content on real-world objects. Overlaid digital content can be computer graphics, textual information, electronic links, videos and 3D objects. The superimposed virtual objects are read by digital devices, including smartphones, tablets, etc. 3. Learning tools in teaching geometry with augmented reality. You can use applications for mobile phones. Olha Geometry, GeoGebra, AR Book. Students can be offered 3D models of many geometric shapes for consideration. As noted by many researchers, the principle of immersiveness contributes to the implementation of the principle of visibility of education, expands and supplements it, taking into account modern trends and technical capabilities. Immersive technologies in education contribute to strengthening the role of visualization in the process of knowledge acquisition by the student through deep immersion in the virtual environment. The principle of complexity in the immersive approach involves the impact on all human senses to the perception of educational material. Therefore, it is important to introduce new pedagogical technologies, create promising integrated educational systems in which immersive technologies will play an important role. Purpose and objectives of the article. There is not enough research on the effectiveness of using immersive technologies in teaching mathematics to students. Many teachers are not sufficiently prepared to implement new methods, technologies, which include immersive approach. Therefore, the results of this study are relevant. The authors of the article present the methodology of using the Ukrainian language application AR book in teaching mathematics to students. The results of the pedagogical experiment show the effectiveness of the application AR book to increase the level of motivation of students in the process of learning mathematics and their level of academic achievement. Basic material. The purpose of our study was to theoretically substantiate and develop directions for the use of immersive technologies in teaching mathematics to students. We measured the impact of immersive technologies on the level of motivation and learning outcomes of vocational students. To achieve the purpose of the study, the scientific and theoretical foundations of the problem of using immersive technologies in teaching mathematics. Methods of using the AR book application in teaching mathematics to students are considered. We consider the methodology of using the AR book application in teaching mathematics to students. The AR book application from Ukrainian developers allows students to conduct safe cognitive experiments at home using AR technology. The mobile application is designed to increase the efficiency of home learning. The application is relevant in a pandemic, and currently in the context of hostilities. This mobile application is a virtual laboratory in which every student can conduct school experiments, anywhere and anytime. The application for learning mathematics corresponds to the school curriculum of the standard level. When teaching mathematics to students of vocational schools using immersive technologies, the curriculum for 10 to 11 grades and its coverage in modern textbooks were followed. Textbooks of the standard level were used in the training, in particular by the authors team Mertzliak. Big Point 1 shows examples of visualizations from the AR book application. Namely, the presentation of theoretical information about parallel lines in the AR book application. Table 2. Results of the study of the level of motivation of students' learning activities according to the method of Reen and Yakunin after the experiment. For example, when studying the topic, regular polyhedra, the teacher first provides students with theoretical information on the topic. The next step is to give an example of a task on the topic, regular polyhedra. Then the teacher invites students to complete a practical task using the AR book application. When completing the task, the student can choose two options: virtual environment and augmented reality, which differ in the visual display when the student performs tasks. Everyone chooses the option that is more convenient for him. In the course of the study, a theoretical model of the use of immersive technologies in teaching mathematics to students of vocational schools was developed and tested. This model reflects the general didactic and professional principles of learning. In particular, the general didactic principles include the principles of scientificity, systematicity, visibility, strength of assimilation, consistency, continuity, activity and consciousness of learning. To professional, we include the principles of integration and differentiation of mathematical knowledge and creative activity. The didactic block includes structural and functional components of the content and technology of vocational training with the use of immersive technologies. It presents forms, methods and means of training. It should be noted that the achievement of the intended goal is impossible without appropriate pedagogical conditions. The general pedagogical conditions include the formation of students' positive motivation for independent work in the process of studying mathematical disciplines. The formation of professional culture. The organizational and pedagogical condition is the provision of didactic material that forms the readiness of students to use information technology. The technological conditions include the establishment of interdisciplinary links with the disciplines of natural and professional cycles on the basis of modular learning. Timely and efficient filling of the information educational environment with educational content. Psychodiagnostic methods, questionnaires, testing, were used in the empirical study. To evaluate the formation of motivation to acquire knowledge in mathematics of students of vocational schools in the learning process, the questionnaire, determining the level of aspirations, by V. Megan and M. Egnovatov, was chosen to determine the orientation of students to acquire knowledge. The method, motivation of learning activity, by A. Reen, V.O. Yakunin, to determine the motivation of pupils to learn mathematics. Methodology of V. Smekel and M. Kochyna, study of personality orientation. Methodology, value orientations, M. Rokic. Cut-off written testing. The results of the study of the level of pupils' claims according to the methodology. Determination of the level of claims, by Megan and Engovatov after the experiment are presented in Table 1. Table 2. Results of the study of the level of motivation of students' learning activities according to the method of Reen and Yakunin after the experiment. Conclusions taking into account the results of the pedagogical experiment. We can conclude that the use of the AR Book mobile application for teaching mathematics to students of vocational schools is appropriate. The systematic use of the application by students has brought a positive result in the form of increasing students' motivation and improving their level of knowledge. Among the advantages of using immersive technologies in teaching mathematics to students are full immersion in the learning process, presence effect, visibility and brightness of sensations, interactivity, facilitation of understanding and simplification of perception, use of visual and auditory channels of perception, the ability to simplify the perception of complex objects, the ability to scale, rotate, assemble and disassemble complex objects into their constituent elements, the possibility of gamification of education, the possibility of repeated repetition of information and training skills. To use immersive technologies in teaching, it is necessary to create psychological and pedagogical conditions. The key requirements for the system of building interactive learning tools are ease of use and versatility. By means of educational communication, the teacher sets the parameters of learning, determines the conditions for completing the learning task, adjusts the course of students' activities, provides meaningful orientation and creates conditions for students to realize the results of their activities in the virtual or augmented reality environment. The theoretical model of using immersive technologies in teaching mathematics to students of vocational schools consists of a target block, didactic block and diagnostic block. The aim is to increase the motivation of students to study mathematics and increase the assimilation of educational material through the use of immersive technologies. Pupils will receive sufficient knowledge, they have a high level of motivation to learn. Prospects for further research are the development of ways to solve the problems of using augmented reality technology in education and their implementation in practice. Thanks for your attention.